Greetings all. So I figured I had Civ 4, and even though I'm not really interested in playing Civilization 4 game and all that right now, there is a lot more to Civ 4 than its base game and colonization, which I also got. And I figured I may want to jump into it just to show it off to you guys a little bit. So let's do that. So something I know about Civ 4 is that it actually made use of mods, or had incorporated mods if you wanted to use them. Basically, if you go load mod in the advanced settings here, you can basically pick different mods. And I'm just going to briefly jump into Fall from Heaven, Age of Ice. That's what FFH here stands for. Okay. Alright, so, play scenario, Age of Ice. And we'll keep on those things for now. Let's begin. Alright, so, after 350 years of blizzards and crushing ice, there's a slight lull in winter's fury, as if Malkarn is distracted by something. Enough time for you, Kaloran, to lead your little band to relative safety in a small valley. The days ahead will be difficult in a strange and hostile world. In order to expand and find your resources, you will eventually have to take the fight to a strong and savage Doviel in the valleys to your west. Rumor has it they may have a piece of the Godslayer. Beyond Doviel lies the heartland of Malkarn's myriad followers, a land fraught with danger, perhaps also home to objects of use to you. It is there you will find Malkar's throne and a stronghold of the Frost Giants. Malkar wants a piece of the Godslayer for himself. Perhaps his followers have found him one for him. The final piece of the Godslayer has been lost beyond your sight, and the sight of all. But tribal legend tells of hidden in snowless valleys abundant with resources to the north, and more intriguingly, an island of warmth and plenty in a sea of meltwater. What could be keeping the cold touch of blizzard away, you wonder? Dangers may come for the land, the skies, and the very ground itself. Threats may reach you from beyond the grave. Be strong, be wary, be brave. The burden of freeing Erebus from the clutch of the god Winter is now on your shoulders. So there's the objectives for this scenario. Find a few pieces of the Godslayer, take them to a city, to reforge them, and then find and kill Malkarn, the god of Winter. So before I basically talk about, there's a little story thing I guess to go through here if you want to, but we'll skip that for now. Basically, this is a scenario that was incorporated the base game of Civilization 4, and it's like a fantasy type of a fantasy game, low magic, and I always found this to be a fairly interesting scenario, even though it was a little bit short. And let's just show it off a little bit, I think. And let's see here. Starting out, let's immediately start getting a warrior going, or worker rather. Maybe I want to get agriculture for farms and stuff, but let's get exploration for roads first, I think. Let's send you up there. Let's send these guys this way. Alright, so there's the quest, basically, get from Malkarn's followers, get from Doviel, find a tribal legend. Now, something I know about this game is that basically you have hero units that you can actually use if you want, and it's kind of interesting how the hero units basically work. Basically, at the second start of the game, you can pick a hero. You can pick a warrior, you can pick an explorer, or you can pick a sorcerer, basically. Early on, we'll go with the hunter here, and this guy is basically fast moving. Basically, this guy will move 2 spaces and make exploration very early on, very good, because I can basically find stuff and start leveling up for getting stronger. You go this way. Go over there. Now, note by the way, this hero character, by the way, even though I'm picking like a hero character at the start of a game, if this guy dies, it's not like game over for heroes. Basically, the idea for heroes is that if one hero dies, you can always like get like one of the other two heroes afterwards, and if that hero dies, you can get like the last hero. So basically, you can go through a game of 3 heroes if you want, if like it happens. Though you just want to try and keep these guys alive. It's really powerful later on, the heroes. And let's send these guys out here. Send this guy over here. Alright, so here's Malkarn, God of Winter. Do you think anyone passes beneath the nose of the God of Winter? You will fall like others that challenge me, so be it. You are weak and my pack is hungry. So be it. Now, basically how the scenario works is, like, there's no like other factions, or there are other factions, but they're all automatically at war with you from the start of the game. This can change a little bit, but for the most part you're going to be fighting like the entire map the entire time in this game, which is fine. That's basically how it's set up. It's fine if it's set up that way. You guys go this way. You go up here. Here's some barbarian units. Basically, you've got like animals that'll run around sometimes, and you got these frostlings, which are basically a type of like barbarian unit that can do stuff. Let's kill these wolves. You go right over there. There's like some glacier ice basically on this like water here. Basically, the idea for this game is that there's this god called Malkarn. He's the god of winter, and essentially what the god of winter is doing is he's basically making it so that like the world's basically frozen over, and basically there's like a brief reprieve where you basically get to a small valley with your people and like start building up a settlement here. Whoop, that's not good. There's my scout. That's impressive. Alright, there's my warrior basically kicking ass and Twin Belgrove and all that. I'm a little early on with this guy. I want to make him get Woodsman because it will basically be good to get the second promotion for Woodsman for him. So get that. And if I make you go after these guys, you have an 84% chance of winning, so send him up here for now. That's Scout 1, that's really interesting. Alright, let's get these guys to heal up, so... Now, the Scouts are basically really weak in this game, so I don't really care too much about them, but... Let's get him that. He can heal up. I could go after these wolves I want to. Might do that. Let's see over there. Heal up our hero here. Now it's a barbarian settlement right here, by the way, and I can attack it, but usually I don't worry about this too much. It's not really too threatening as like barbarian settlement. Exploration. And something else, by the way, is that basically you got like these like little like things right here. These are like not the same like Sid Meier's like little blitz, but they add like their own flavor to like the universe for like fall from heavens. Now I'll say early on, you want to basically aim to get archery right away because it'll let you build like the archery units. So that's what we're gonna basically do. You go over here. Okay, he's at full health now. If I attack here, I'll have a high chance to win, so let's do that. I just want to get rid of that frosting den because it actually spawns units, and that's bad, of course, early on. My scout won again, that's cool. Now if he gets this, like, it basically the promotion for Woodsman too. You get this, and it lets you basically go double, like, move it into, like, you know, woods and stuff, which is really, really nice. We'll get that for him as well. Go here. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. And it's kind of interesting, by the way, because something about the Woodsman trade is that if you basically get, like, you know, a warrior, for example, these guys will actually be, like, getting double move and force, which is really interesting for them. There's a lot of interesting stuff this game basically did. There's a double level territory over here, by the way. Won't worry about it too much. Send these guys up here and up there. There's my worker being built. That's awesome. Let's get ourselves a warrior. Until I basically get the archery, I have to, like, you know, use warriors to defend myself for the most part. So we'll do that. You guys just be on made. It's fine. Not really worth it. So go here. Go there. There's, you know, the city for one of Devil's. They got javelin throwers. There's, like, unique units for each faction, by the way, too, in a way. Sort of unique. Some like, units will be, like, unique to certain factions. Some of them won't be. So you'll have, like, common units, and you'll have, like, you know, shared units and, you know, not shared units. Cool, you level up, or you got some experience for leveling up. Let's go down here. This guy's fully healed, so let's send up here. I'll note something about the heroes, by the way. The heroes are, like, you know, all very different in, like, how they basically work. The warrior, of course, is, like, you know, warriors who's, like, good for beating up stuff, but the other two heroes, the sorceress and, like, you know, the hunter here. The hunter basically is, like, you know, got, like, a penalty for attacking cities, so he's not very good, like, on, like, you know, attacking our factions, but he's really good for, like, exploring around and for, like, you know, what is it as well. This guy, he can be, like, turned into, like, you know, better units later on, much like the other heroes can. And the other, like, stuff he can be, like, you know, lets him, like, you know, be, like, really powerful against the units out in the open, or he can be, like, you know, a good, like, you know, recon type of character that basically, like, you know, does stuff for you. So now you go over here. You notice, by the way, that the lands appear, like, you know, more and more frozen. And you'll basically see something very interesting as, like, you go along this game. I have a save. I'll basically show you just to show off, like, you know, what sort of, like, happens to the map as, like, you go along, you know, further into the game. Because there's, like, some really interesting stuff this, like, map does. Okay, how would you go here and there? Cool. Get this. Let's have you go up this way. Now, this guy basically starts two you know, cities, so it's very hard to take him out early on. He's also got a hero unit as well, this guy, so he's just, you know, all around is annoying. Age of Ice, year 366. You spot the remains of a ship frozen in ice, but as you approach, they spot the ship's captain still staying on the deck. He has given up on moral life, but he's not easily given up on a ship. Yeah, so there's like, Mouse of 5. He's basically the guard of a ship, and we basically defeat him, you get a ship from the ice. Alright, congratulations, you guys. Just a warrior. Very well, carry on. Let's get another warrior. Fortify. Let's have you go up there. Awesome. That's what I want to find. Now, note by the way that the goodie huts and stuff like that in this game are really fixed in how they work. They essentially will give you the same stuff over and over again whenever you replay the game. So there was once an Aloysium City here, but now only the chancellor remains. Within the remains, you find scrolls with ancient technologies. So there's the knowledge of the Editor. Basically, just learn a bit about mages and stuff. I can get this, by the way, too, which is basically a government type, because there's civics in this game. No, the old ways are best. I don't want to get that just yet, because it's basically very costly to get that one, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's send you up here. Now, I'm thoroughly exploring around this guy early on, just because, basically this map's going to fill up with barbarians as it goes along. And if you look, by the way, there on like the bottom left, you'll see something called Lou the Wolf. That's the hero unit for this faction, so basically there's this hero unit over here. And I can try moving into his territory. I'll probably make his hero unit come out, which is fine. I want to basically show him off a little bit, so... Go there. Whoop, there's his hero unit right there, so I actually brought him out. Basically, Lou the Wolf, he's got extra strength, he's pretty damn powerful. You preferably don't want to mess with him. Alright, so Age of Ice, year 370. Blizzards rage from the west, destroying improvements and converting the terrain to inhospitable tundra or snow. It also slows and damages units unaccustomed to dealing with it. Your only protection are tall mountains that are scattered around the regions. They stop blizzards and provide fertile land on the east side, so... Basically how the game works, I probably have to answer that, I guess, so one moment. Hello? Phones are annoying, but whatever. Alright, so let's just keep going. And there's a mean giant spider. Alright, we basically explored over here, so... Send this guy back up here. I think these guys are dead. So the barbarian spiders killed my scout that happened, so well... My scouts are basically kind of far early on just for, quick exploration. Send this guy this way. There's another giant spider, but my hunter's a lot stronger than, those guys, so he should be able to take them on. There we go. Alright guys, so then our warrior. And why not build our warrior? You can upgrade your warriors later on, so it's not bad to build them early on, but it does cost money to upgrade them, so not something I really like to do. I should hail out my hero probably, but whatever. I don't like those odds, so let's just go here. There's another bear and another barbarian den. You know what? Let's just fortify them there. If they attack, maybe I'll be able to beat them. Kill those wolves. There we go. Well, I got destroyed. There is a warrior right there. He's kind of friendly, so let's go over here. Goody hut. A little bit of money. Let's go this way. Let's go that way. Right now I'm a little bit weak for this guy, so I don't want to get him killed, so he's got to move. Move this way. Let's see here. We'll get the hunting lodge now, I guess, because I've got to build it eventually, and I want to keep building these guys. Right now, I'm not like getting any cost, I think, on like units or anything, but eventually you're gonna have to start paying for units as like you build them, so I want to avoid that somewhat. Go here. This guy should be strong enough to basically take him if they attack, but right now, chances of this go here. We'll start building our warrior just in case over here. Cancel the automation. So yeah, I'm under attack. They're basically sending a couple scouts and a couple warriors to basically fight me. They're not too strong, basically they'll do this early on. They'll send like this wave of guys to attack you, but you can usually deal with them easily enough. So I know about this scenario is that it's very much like once you like play once you know like a little bit like how it's gonna work. They usually send like it's like stuff to attack you like so, and like it's just how it works. Alright, this guy leveled up. I should try killing those guys, but I have defender, not like attacker, so. So these guys. A big part of this game, by the way, will be leveling up your heroes, so you want to basically keep killing them, and eventually he'll get strong to do stuff for you. I might be asking for a bit going next to that Spire, but I don't really have a whole lot to use for a scout at this point, so if it gets killed, he's killed. I'm not going to worry about too much. Go there. Aspire 1, but oh well. Now, on the boy, once I basically get like the Wisp, I don't really worry about this too much, so I could start going after Gorilla. Though, you know what? Let's just get him promoted so he can heal up a little bit faster. Heal up again. Build roads there. These guys over here, I'm going to make them... I'm going to get them hill defense because it's actually really important to get these guys hill defense because they'll be useful for that later on. What I like to do basically in this game, I like to build like cities like right here and like, you know, right here because this is very much a defensive game. And one of the strategies you can basically play with in this game is that you can basically turtle. So you can like turtle like a city here, turtle like a city right there. You know, I'm probably going a little bit crazy on like the growth here, but whatever. Let's just start building a settler, I guess. We'll send Caribbean to go over here and kill some frostlings. You almost died again, apparently, so go here, heal up. That's done. Send you over here. Alright, a devil hunter approaches offering to sell his loyalty. Sometimes you get like little events like these. They basically like, you know, let you like, you know, do stuff for you. So I can basically pay to sabotage the devil of copper mines. I can just pay him to start fires in his home city, destroying several buildings. I can refuse to deal with them. So if you want basically like you can sabotage the like, you know, double ale with this guy. We're just gonna refuse to deal with him. It's not really important right now, but that's something you could do. There'll be different events that'll happen by in this game. Sometimes you'll have like a Mulcairn follower that'll basically come up to you and say, hey, you want to join our religion? And bad things will happen if you do. There's like an injured ogre event where if like, you know, you can basically play with an ogre if like you like, you know, decide to help him out. Here's another one. Two men are arguing in the city, both playing the best cut from a recent hunt. One man led the hunt, the other made to kill. So you can or the leader basically has the best meat. The man who killed should get the meat, or you can or to, you know, stop squabbling and you basically take the food if you want. Getting the food is good for like, you know, extra like food early on for like, you know, building stuff. Though this is, I think, is like permanent effect, so it's usually better to get like, you know, serious health or happiness. Let's get that, I think. You're still healing up, that's fine. Keep healing up. Continue right there. Keep healing up. All right, awesome. Get that. Go over here. Alright, at this point the game's sort of slowing down a little bit, so I think at this point let's actually like, you know, jump into like, you know, the save game I basically had. So this is like the early game here. Basically right now everything's like fairly tame. There's like, you know, not a whole lot of barbarians, but those start to come eventually. You basically have the chance to explore the world, you know, before like the first 50 turns. And here it is later. So later on, basically you can do some stuff. There's the like, you know, Mulcairn's capital over here. They still got their capital over there. Here I am a little bit more developed, so basically I've got like, you know, a city right here as I basically stayed. I've got, you know, a couple guys defending it. At this point, I'm basically pushing out in the game, so I got like, you know, army like, you know, right over here near his capital. Now, on note by, if you look like, you know, past up here though, the farther I go up, you'll basically see is like more winterized, and like, you know, this is basically what happens in this game. You basically have like, you know, sort of winter wonderland. And there's very like few areas for like building stuff. Basically, is what will happen in this game. So basically, like a good spot here for like building stuff for this guy's capital. Like you've got the good spot over here. There's a little bit like good stuff down here in like the south, but the farther north you basically go, the more winterized it basically gets. So basically, like there's like some spots where you can like get some stuff and all that, but it's very winterized, this entire map. Also, by the way, there's like these map fires. You use like a unit for like the you can eventually get both like you and the enemies. So there's lots of like lore and like stuff in this game. Anyhow, I think we'll basically do a little bit of fighting, so let's get that underway. As I say, I basically got this like lovely little amount of guys over here. He's got lots of stuff in his place, so I don't really want to fight his like capital just yet, but we can go like fight like over here and like smash like his like other summits and stuff. Let's see here. This guy has basically got advantage on Mammoth, so I think I might send him up here. Or not. He's actually not that strong. These Mammoths are actually really, really strong to fight, so you want to be very careful of them. Might send my hero up to try and deal with this Mammoth. Let's do that. We'll just wait for these guys to like defend for a little bit. Now note there's like some like Mulkern's followers like running around at this point of the game where I'm in. Ice Golem's been born. Let's see here. You know what? For now, let's just have this guy make wealth for me. I'm not going to worry about doing stuff for these guys. Very well, carry on. All right, this guy's up here somewhere, so let's go this way. Yeah, it's basically trying to get this guy out to like do stuff against me, so I gotta watch out for him. Now these guys can move really fast. These like maps, they basically move at free versus like the usual two at like even your fast units move at. So maps like this like super unit in this game. Let's send you over here. My guy can like run through forests and stuff really fast because he's got like never mind, he does not have that trait, but whatever. We'll catch up to this map really quick. Now note they get assassins and stuff like too, so there's a lot of shared units in this game, by the way. There's some maps coming for me. My Puckman took care of them real well. Unfortunately, this man is getting a little bit away from me because he basically moves so fast, but whatever. I got defenders and stuff around, so we're fine. Let's have this guy move out to attack. Your assassins are basically like, super units in a way. You basically can only build 3 of them and are basically good for like running around the map hidden, where like, only other assassins can really see them and stuff like that. Whoop, giant spider. Alright, let's kill this mammoth over here. Alright, they're basically going to send some stuff for me. Now I could try and attack this, like, assassin over here, but it's really deadly, these assassins, so... Here's something I don't know about. Basically, there's, like, a lot of, like, special abilities in this game, so... You can have, like, your arson and stuff, like, bombard people. So we're just going to barrage these guys. Now, unfortunately, I have to make, like, all these guys barrage to, like, get the best effect of them, but whatever. Barrage. 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 So now basically I've weakened these guys, like as you can see, they like lost a lot of their HP. You only brought them like down to like half their HP though, so it's not perfect, but whatever. Let's kill this assassin, that's awesome. Can only attack once though, so you kill him. I think I might get my pikemen to do some stuff. Pikemen are very interesting, by the way. You can basically join them together, like, you know, you can like build. It's like actually multiple units right here. This guy, like, I actually got like multiple flanks, like, you know, like pikemen in a flanks here. I actually have like 3 of them basically in total. And I can't join us together apparently because, like, you know, I split them apart, so I have to wait a little bit to do that. That's fine. Kill this. Here's a mace band, basically it's like your melee unit. Now, something else, by the way, is catapults are kind of interesting in this game. How catapults work is that they're basically like, you know, sort of like, you know, salty units that, like, you know, they can use to soften up stuff. So catapult. Basically, these guys, they, like, you know, they have like this 8% withdrawal chance. So how do they basically work? You use them basically to attack first, and then after like they attack, they like they'll weaken up stuff with like their, like, you know, bombard, which basically, or collateral damage, which basically damages everyone around. And it's like, you know, a weakening unit that can be used to, like, you know, weaken up and maybe for, like, you know, use your main forces to attack. And I'll have a skeleton attack here. You can attack. Now, nope, I could like have like fast attacks on, but I like to see animations or stuff like this, so fun times, right? Cat's all done. Finish him off. Alright, everyone can actually heal up. You go over there, I guess. This mace man, I'm going to give him a shock for killing melee units, I guess, so we'll do that. I'll join my flanks together. Basically what happens when you like join these guys into a flank, so they'll basically get stronger strength for a single unit. No, note you can like lose all your like, you know, guys in one way this way, but they're basically unstoppable for the most part, so I like to use them like this. You can get... Oh, you can actually do animals in this game if you want to, which is interesting. You can like, you know, capture animals for like your own use, so it's cool if you want to do that. You can actually do it with like your hunter hero WoW if you have him, but I think I lost my hunter hero, and that's why I basically have this other guy, like the warrior. But that's fine, he's able to kick ass too, right? We'll get this, why not? Just to have it. We'll get a mech, because it's always good to have multiple mechs. Yeah, there's like, you know, suffer collateral damage. Basically, this caval's damaged all my units in here. And I retreat because that's what we could do. There was a giant spider over there, but I can't see him anymore, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, you guys can get that. I want these guys to kill like the damn elephants or mammoths that basically run around. That's what these guys are all about. There it is. Let's get rid of that before it becomes a nuisance, right? I'll note that the buildings in this game are like very interesting too, in a way. You basically have like buildings that like, you know, like call like the Forge and like, you know, the Elder Council. They're basically like all like, you know, fantasy, like, you know, oriented. So you basically have like, you know, a lot of like the structures that you have in Civ 4, sort of like on a fantasy level. There's like no like different tiers of stuff really, because like, you know, you have like, you know, there's like units can upgrade and stuff in this game, but for the most part it's like all like, you know, fancy type of like, you know, swords and maces and stuff like that basically used to fight. And it works pretty well. Alright, you can get back down here. I don't want to get attacked again. These guys can like, you know, attack in again and again, and they still do damage every time, right? So let's have this guy attack. There's some frostlings attacking me. There's like creatures of ice basically in this game that like, you know, run around, like the frostlings and the ice giants and stuff like that. We love the Despot Day! Hooray! Love me, I'm a despot! Alright, I think at this point we've basically shown off a lot of this game, so I'm just gonna save the game here. I plan to like, you know, play this game, this scenario all the way through. And for the most part, you know, it's basically a very fixed scenario, this game, that like you can sort of expect what happens if you play it, but I always have fun with this scenario. It's like, you know, a well-made scenario, and if you haven't, by the way, you should actually check out Fall from Heavens, because this is actually a prequel to another game that basically did. There's like, you know, Age of Ice, which is like, you know, the start of like, you know, what basically happens with like, you know, this guy, Kaloran, and like the Mulcar and God of War, or Winter. And then like, you know, it's like an after scenario where basically civilization basically rebuild in like a sort of civilization, you know, type of manner. But yeah, there we go. That's done. And, you know, I actually really like these fantasy type of games, by the way. So, I'll know if you're actually, like, watching this video, if you have any ideas for, like, you know, some fantasy 4X games that, you know, maybe you want me to basically want me to see, or maybe you want to actually see let's play of this, let me know. I'm actually kind of interested in these, like, fantasy games, because they're very few and far between good ones, I find. You're like, you know, they're, like, very, like, small, like, scenarios like this one, or, they have, like, you know, a lot of great ideas, but you know, a lot of things like be like, you know, not really that great for them as well. Anyhow, I'm rambling at this point. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you know, perhaps if you have Civ 4, maybe you want to check out the mod for Fall from Heavens, Age of Ice.